Hello and welcome to Artsy Partswork, where we do IFS parts work together. So grab your art, whatever it is, and join me. We'll chit chat together while we work. I have another painting started, but not finished. It's in progress. And grab it over here if I can hold on to it. It's in progress. I still have more to go, but it's so small and tedious. I have to really be in the mood to do that kind of detail. And I'm not tonight. So I got something that was bigger. And I mean, the painting is smaller, but and the spaces are bigger, so I can finish it faster. And it's not gonna tire me out. I've just been on the computer all day today, and I'm tired of focusing so much, so hard. So that's why we're switching it up here. Oh, I love that this paint is iridescent. It's shimmer paint, and so it shines. I just love that. I like to start with the light colors, not white, because then you can't see where you've painted usually. I mean, if it's shimmer paint, you can, but I like to start with the light colors first and then do darker. So this is a nice, soft way to begin, where it will still show up. You can tell where I've been, but it won't cover up the lines if I make a mistake, because right now, before I'm fully grounded, the art's gonna relax me. It's gonna calm me down. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get somewhere else than where I start. So in the beginning, I'm kind of choppy. I'm kind of fast. I kind of feel hurried. I'm like in task I can't even talk my words. You see how I'm not, you can tell I'm a little bit frazzled. I just washed the dishes. I put a load of laundry in. I've been on the computer all day, signed up for insurance, just all those things that take a lot of focus and detail and attention. And this is the first thing I've done just for fun. I mean, aside from having dinner with my son, we ordered pizza today. That was fun. Visited a little bit. Oh, but I just need to slow down a little bit. Oh, interesting. This number 10, it squiggles around all through here without another number. It put the number in the smallest, most inconspicuous place, and then snaked it around to this big, huge portion without a reinforcement number, so I would call it, without a duplicate number saying, hey, don't forget, this is still number 10. See, the person, the admin, the administration part of me really wishes the designer would have been kind enough to put the numbers, spread them out a little bit more. And if it were me making this, I would have done that. I wouldn't have made you have to work so hard to find the right number. Okay, take a deep breath with me. Let's get into our body. Feel the paintbrush in your hand. Move around wiggle in your seat. Squeeze the paints in your other hand if you're holding them, or if you're, I don't know, maybe you're crocheting or coloring or felting. Do what you need to do to really feel where your body is at and sense yourself in the room. What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you taste? What do you see? Just use all your senses. How do your shoulders feel? What about your forehead? Can you relax your forehead and your jaw? You need to tighten the muscle and then release it just to kind of work it out, work out the kinks, do that. I'm going to say a quick prayer. We just invite love and light into this place. That's the only thing, love is the only thing invited into this space. And we open ourselves to hear messages, divine messages sent for us. And we ask and activate divine discernment to know what is for us and what is not for us. Listening to our own intuition, because we know what's best for us. And if anything I say today resonates, that's great. Keep it, listen to it, ponder it, consider it, get curious. And if it doesn't serve you, that's fine. Just let it go like a breeze in the wind passing by uneventfully. Feel my stomach feeling a little bit gurgly. We had pizza and wings. It wasn't the most healthy of meals, but you know what happened to my house this week? I had a water leak, and the pipe in the front yard has a small crack. Well, I should say, I'm not really sure what size the crack is. The leak is a slow leak, I should say that. And I'm still digging to find the hole. It's taken me 2 days, and now it rained today, so I couldn't dig in the rain today. We have very thick clay soil, and so it is not the easiest to dig. It sticks to the shovel, and when it's wet, it sticks even more. So it's taken me a bit. I got 2 feet down, and then I couldn't reach with my little hand trowel. My big shovel was too big to reach the area in between the sidewalk and the meter. So a friend dropped by a trench shovel, which is going to be perfect once I can use it, once it dries up a little bit, and a post hole digger to scoop it out. So both tools that will be super helpful. And there's a message there, right? You got to use the right tools for the right job. I mean, you don't have to, but it makes things go way faster and way easier. I was on a call with a girlfriend who's helping me fix my website, since the website developers, who I thought should and would know best, can't seem to figure out how to do my newsletter link and attach the PDF deliverables that I wanted to give away for free. And I don't know, there's a number of things that we're working on to fix. And you know, sometimes you think you've got the right tool and you don't, but you don't know till you try and fail. I really don't like to use that word fail, though. You learn as you go. I learned that this website company is not aligned with me and we just don't work well together. So I am in the process of asking them to waive I don't know why I'm giving you all these details. It's just coming out. It needs to get out, I guess. Waive the cancellation fee because they're not my problems. It's their problems. Um, they're not fixing the problems they created, and I'm paying for it anyway. I think I'm gonna stop focusing on the problem and just stop talking about it entirely because I don't want it to work me up before bed again. So I'm going to make a conscious decision just to stop talking about that. And I want to focus on the things that are going right and well for me. So, what went right is these website problems got me in contact with a very lovely, wonderful human being who is helping me fix it. And I will probably hire her after I fire the current ones. And it's going to be a great working relationship because we have so much in common and we work well together. We already know that. So, I learned a little bit more about what I like and don't like. I want someone to attentive to details. I want someone who listens to me well, who understands my directions, and isn't confused by the way that I speak and talk. I found all that out. Um, and, I have to believe that this whole water leak, that the timing of it was perfect as well. There's a message there too to be gleaned. And I wrote a Facebook post about it today, but I just feel like, the things that are under the surface, they eventually bubble up and say, okay, it's time for an upgrade. I don't have to see it as something being broken in me to fix. It's just, well, this doesn't work anymore like it used to. And in order for us to expand and deliver more and do more, we're going to need a higher quality pipe. And that can be symbolic for so many things. And that's what I love about dreams is they speak in similar ways. So, when I started the dream work, started figuring out what my dream language was. And then it spilled over into my waking life. And I felt like I was starting to get even more messages from nature and, my car breaking down or pipes leaking. There's always a message that I see now in these things that happen in my life. And the dreams are just using the things that happen in life as, I want to say fodder. Is that the right word? As material for the dreams, for the analogies and symbols and metaphors. And it's like a fun game of decoding. Oh, what does that mean? Hey guys, I got a microphone. Did you notice? I hope it's working. This is the first trial. We'll see. I'm wondering if you can tell a difference, if you can hear me better. Put it in the comments if you think it's making a difference. Please. I love that I'm feeling successful quickly. A lot of my projects, like the website, it's just things that take a lot of diligence and patience and time. And yes, there's progress being made, but also it feels like, I don't know, like it's just slow going as well at the same time. I started the website rebranding project in April, end of April. Okay, what else is going good? My daughter is doing well in college. That feels good. That feels so good to see her shining and I don't know, enjoying her time there. My job is going good. I've got a new arrangement where I'm working less at one job and got a second part-time job where I'm working more for the nonprofit and less in the customer service arena. And I'm just loving the team that I'm working with. I'm loving the work. It's about substance abuse prevention. And so even the research is fun and the webinars are fun and interesting. And I don't know, I've been in that world so long. My brother was an addict and well, I guess I'll just stop there. I don't want to say too much, but I've been studying codependency for a long time. That was part of my childhood. It was codependent relationships and yeah, maybe I'll just leave it at that. But there's just been a passion for overcoming codependency and addiction. And I've taught support groups and 12 steps. I've taken the 12 steps multiple times, courses and things. So I just feel like I'm in a good place right now with a career that feels good and right. And I feel like it blends with this whole artsy partswork stuff too, that it blends so well with internal family systems and being self-led, finding your self energy, finding your calm, courageous, creative self, all the things I love and advocate for. Hey, have you seen my cute little spoons here? I tried to include them here in the thing to show you. They came back from the kiln. I get to glaze them next. And I was going to do that on the video, but it was going to take too much brain power to think about what colors I wanted to do. And I ended up deciding to do this instead because it's the end of the day and my brain shuts off around 9 o'clock. So we're getting pretty close to that cutoff time. Okay, what color do we want to do next? I feel like some orange would be fun and happy. Let's do number 1. It's still a light color if we can. It's peachy. It's just peachy. Peachy keen is what we used to say. Not a lot, but I feel like that's a saying I used to be sarcastic with. Okay, what else good is happening? I wish you guys could reply back to me. You can put it in the comments, I guess. Something good that's happening to you or something good you noticed while you were crafting with me. I'm I'm really enjoying the shimmer of this peach. That's something good. Peach color. We had rain today, which wasn't good for my digging project, but good for the plants and the grass. I am planning a family vacation in October. Is that right? Yeah, October. So that's something fun to look forward to. Something I recommend is always having something on the calendar to look forward to. That helps, doesn't it? This last weekend, I hung out with some girlfriends. We have a once a year get together. In years past, it's been camping that we've done together. We did that, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. Well, the last year, let me back up. 2 years ago, I feel like I've already told this story. I don't know. I'm just going to tell it again. 2 years ago, we got rained out and I ended up sleeping in my car that night. And it was terrible. It was awful. We had to roll up a wet tent. So the next year I said, girls, can we please rent a cabin? And so we did for the same price as a rental for a spot to place your tent. Isn't that crazy? We split it 3 ways for the cabin, but it had 3 beds in it. So, and it had indoor plumbing and kitchen and a barbecue. Anyway, we camped at Canopolis. That was fun last year. This year we just spent the night like a sleepover at a girlfriend's house. She lives in Kansas City area on the Missouri side. And so, we were out of town. We saw new things and that was fun. We each provided a meal, so it was split up that way, and we just chatted and did a foot spa. We painted, we did a puzzle, a butterfly puzzle. That was fun. Yeah, that was about it. We didn't, it's low key. Just had to catch up. Lots to catch up on, I guess. Okay, I'm not seeing any more number ones, but I bet you we'll find some later. But I'm not going to hunt too hard for them. They'll make themselves known when the time is right. And we'll get back to it later. I have this idea percolating for the next Facebook and Instagram post about doing a series on the emotions of IFS. What does it mean to have courage? What is that emotion about? And what is it not? What is it and what is it not? I just feel like I can do a whole series on that. I probably will. So I'm just have been thinking about courage and how it's not all about feeling super confident that you know what you're doing. It's doing it anyway, right? So the confidence is a separate characteristic of you're being self-led, and the combination of confidence and courage is great, and it feels wonderful, and it is something that is an indicator of self energy. Again, I feel like I'm repeating myself, um, but they're different. And I want to talk about how they're different, courage and confidence, and how doing things like, I don't know, like the whole website thing. I keep coming back to that. I didn't know what I was doing, so that's why I hired somebody. And apparently they don't know what they're doing either. And it's okay. We that we stumble through it and figure out how to better communicate in the process. I know now to ask more questions, right? Like customer service, like how long before you will get back to me? That's one of the things that customer services hasn't been great. I've made multiple emails and attempts to connect with people in charge and nobody gets back to me. So now I know that that's something that's important for me to ask about next time. And cancellation policies, I'll learn, I'll ask about that next time up front. And what's interesting is I'm gaining confidence and courage as I struggle through the not knowing. Funny how that happens, isn't it? The thing we fear, not knowing, is the thing that teaches us the thing we fear. The not knowingness brings us knowingness. How's that for a quote? I wish I had some music on. I might have to stop this video and play some music. I can't play the music with the video because of copyright, but I'm feeling the need to sing. I think it would be good for me. Oh, that reminds me of another good, happy thing I can share. I have a cranial sacral therapist that I see about every 6 weeks. She is amazing. And she has worked miracles on me. I used to really struggle with migraines, and I feel like I have her to credit for that. And I used to get vertigo, and I haven't since I've started going to her. Anyway, we had a session last night, and she's just so supportive and encouraging and, I don't know, grounded, laid back, easy to be with, easy to be honest with and vulnerable with. She works so hard on my behalf. I mean, I just feel like that's such a gift when someone truly cares about your health and well-being. I mean, she really gives 110% when she works on me. And I can tell. And I can tell that she loves her work. That's the other thing. That's a gift. I'm going to leave that chunky. I like that layered texture paint there. I feel like it adds something. Oh, you guys probably can't see, can you? I forget that this is so far away that you can't really see what I'm doing here. Okay, another good thing that happened this week is I posted my pottery on my online store. So if you want to buy some thumbprint spoons, soothing, they're supposed to be like for self-soothing because you can put your thumb in there and it feels so nice. And there's just, I wrote a whole thing too about, I think I'm gonna send it in with the spoons that people buy. I need to print them up and stuff, but just a little blurb about how we always want to be held. We have parts that do all the holding for people and clean up their messes and try and hold space for them. And the reality is that those parts also want to be held. They want others to do that for us too. And as a, if you're in your self energy, you can offer those parts, give them a break and a rest from what they're always doing. And you can be the holder. You can hold the spoon that's always holding others. I don't know, that didn't maybe come out as articulate as I had hoped, but I hope you get the idea behind it. And it's all themed off of let's see if I can find it here. I made one here. This is the first spoon that I made, and it says Spoonie on there because Spoonie is what one of my parts wanted to be named. And that was where it all began, was in a therapy session. Oh yeah, I was going to try and find that video and upload that to YouTube. It's on my Instagram, but it's not on my YouTube yet. The story of how I met Spoonie. That manager part that just wanted a rest. And that's the other reason why I started making all the spoon rests. I have gobs of spoon rests, which I feel like these can be multi-purpose. They could be a spoon, they could be a spoon rest. Whatever. It could be a fidget toy. It's what you want. Multi-purpose. But it's just something to embody and remind me of those parts that have worked so hard and so diligently and so lovingly for my system to help keep things going and help manage the emotions of others. There's that codependency again, right? But all with good intention. And I can still thank those parts, but I can also see if there's a better way now that things have changed. We're upgrading, right? Just like my water pipe. There are some things that are just outdated and need an upgrade, and core beliefs are such things. They need updating. Our child selves had, traumas and experiences in childhood, and we didn't understand. We didn't have the capacity and understanding with a child brain to interpret things correctly. And we believed things like, I'm unlovable, or this is talking about money is unsafe, or being seen is dangerous. We internalize these things as truths because at the time for us, that's what we believed and what helped keep us safe. But, things are different now. And we need to consciously kind of tell those parts, hey, look at me, I've got gray hair. We're not that same child anymore. You don't have to keep doing those things. They don't work the same as they used to. Sometimes they get us in trouble, actually, over committing and whatever the thing is, I feel like we made a lot of progress tonight on this painting, didn't we? It's looking cute already. Cute and shimmery. So I'm thankful that my water is turned on right now. We decided we had to do some laundry, wash some dishes, flush the toilets, fill our water bottles. And the leak is still small enough that I said, it's not a big deal to leak, and it's been raining anyway. Let's turn the house on, valve on again, do all the things. And then before bed, we'll shut it off again. And maybe we can go another day or two without water. I'm thankful for friends who live close by who let me take showers at their house. um, what else am I thankful for? I'm thankful for my new microphone. I think it's gonna help. I'm excited that I'm excited and happy that my pottery came back. Nothing broke. Everything looks just as cute as ever. I'm happy that I have new glazes I get to try. I'm excited about that. See what color combinations I can create. I have all these little spice dishes, or it could be a jewelry dish. It could, I don't know, it could be any number of things. Hold tea bags. Um, I don't know. You'll come up with your own uses for them, but I am gonna glaze them all fun colors, so can't wait for that. Um, Labor Day weekend is coming up, a long weekend. Do you all have plans? I hope something fun is on the books for all of you. If not something fun, something restful. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. My daughter talked about coming home for the weekend, but when I told her the water was off, she said, oh, maybe not. That was definitely an incentive for me to go out there and shovel. We'll say that. Oh, I know what else I'm thankful for. I signed up for insurance, health insurance today with a new person and a new plan. And he was just super helpful and knowledgeable and um, into detail and just, I mean, really went above and beyond to help me figure out and advise me on the right plan for me. And I just felt very seen and very listened to, I don't know, heard, felt cared for, which is nice when making big decisions like that for sure. I feel happy about the plans that I signed up for. And I'm feeling a lot more grounded and thankful and happy and creative and much different than when we started. This made a difference. There's something to color therapy too, which if you want to Google that, have fun. There's research behind colors, and I feel like looking at these pretty shimmery colors actually helped me. So yeah, listen to your intuition, paint what colors feel right to you. I guess I shouldn't assume you're all painting with me. I do, I assume that. Hey, if you ever want to paint something at the same time that I'm painting it, let me know and I'll send you the link and you can order it on Amazon or something. They usually arrive pretty quick. And it usually takes me a while to get through something. Oh, you know what I'm going to paint next? I got a mermaid. Let's see if you can see that. Isn't that cute? I thought was interesting. On the back to my lover. I don't know that I've ever noticed that before. Why that says that, who knows? But I'm just taking it as a God wink. Um, that the universe is just reminding me that I'm loved. Uh, my girlfriends asked me how I got into internal family systems this weekend. And I said it all started with a dream and a nickname. And I probably won't tell that story now, but the short end of it, the short story is that I had a, you know how they say that come to Jesus talk. Well, I had to come to Jesus talk with Jesus. And I basically said, hey, this isn't working for me anymore. I'm trying way too hard and I'm tired and I don't feel, I just feel like I'm really investing a lot in my spiritual relationship and it's making me tired, not giving me energy. I'm not feeling the love back. So if you want this to work, you're going to have to make it work. I'm giving up. I'm not saying that I don't believe in God, but because I do, I'm just saying I'm going to stop trying so hard. And if you want to make this work, you better make it work. And that was kind of the gist of how I ended my marriage as well too. So there was a little bit of that playing into it, being fed up with doing all the work. So anyway, I asked, I said, if you really want to show up for me, God, I want a nickname. Nobody's given me a nickname, or I shouldn't say nobody, but I basically said, yeah, if you want to show me that you care, give me a nickname. And God did. Gave me a nickname and gave me a gazillion nicknames. Like they just kept coming over and over and over. Um, and I was blown away. Like, oh, I thought, like I was going to be happy with just one, and here you're giving me, and all these nicknames were like descriptions of how God saw me, and it was just really sweet. I just feel like God really wooed me and um, spoke to those parts of me that really felt unloved and reminded me, no, I see you and I love you. Um, and it, the start of it all happened in a dream, which was why dream interpretation is such a big deal to me and why I really got into it. Because I was like, I want more dreams. I want more of this. I want it to keep happening. And so yeah, the dreams then later became, I realized, oh, these are the nicknames, um, I realized were parts of me. That the nicknames were just descriptions of parts of me. And that felt, true. And IFS helped me kind of put language to what had happened to me, which was hard to explain to others. So anyway, nicknames and Partswork and dreamwork um, all have their place. And I was just I was grieving for so long, so many years, and finally got to the point where I was just tired of doing grief work and anger work and codependency and, just trying and working so hard to heal. And IFS, internal family systems, just was like, hey, you're not broken. You're lovely just the way you are. And that felt good to hear. And that's why I'm still doing it and taking a different approach, not trying to heal or change the parts of me that think they're broken or still hiding because they didn't feel safe. Um, there's just a lot more appreciation in my life now. And I feel like I have so much more creativity because of that. Oh, I think that's the wrong color. Number 4. I don't know. I think I'm going to paint that anyway. Because I can. I get to choose what color is what. I have painted things intentionally wrong. Like I've changed all the numbers before on a paint by number, just for the fun of it, just because it was fun to break the rules. I mean, I was consistent. I painted all this, then, number 1's the same color and stuff, but it was fun and entertaining. It wasn't very pretty, but it's okay. I thought it was cool. That's all that matters. Okay, this one's a little bit gummy. I'm going to have to water it down some. But I think we're going to stop there because I need to stop talking and I need to start winding down. Thank you for joining. I hope you had a good time and I hope you come back. Good night.